Hello, everyone. Welcome to the STC General Education Conference. My name is Dr. Shankar Subramaniam Iyer, and I'm going to speak on the topic industrial involvement in UAE academic development. So let's look at the backdrop, the background on which this topic has been selected, and how the researcher has been viewing this. So it all starts with the basically a big drop in the employment index across the world, more so in the UAE. Also, employment worries are on the rise. So the number of graduates coming out, the job opportunities and the entrepreneurial opportunities available are less, and the skills of the industrial expectation is not there for the graduates, and that's one of the gaps which has been identified. The curriculums of the uh, universities and higher education, in fact, need a lot of updating. The gap between the academics and the industrial uh, uh, entities need to be bridged, because, as I said, there is not a dearth of jobs. There's jobs which are available, which the current graduates are not seem to have. So that's the worry. The industry have, let's say, about half a million jobs which are in data analytics, or looking at advanced analytics, or maybe even what you call robotics, for example, automation. But the industry is not able to find skills and employability competencies in the graduates who are coming out. So one side there is a demand, but the supply is not there. So supply is in something else. So that's leading to a lot of mismatch in the academics and the industrial expectations. And more so, the market dynamics is such, there's a lot of recession going on. Some markets are uh, getting disrupted. A lot of industries and sectors are disrupted due to technologies, due to COVID, which was one of the major factors till about 6 8 months before. But still, the industries is recovering from it, and because of that, the innovation and resilience skills have to be imparted to the graduates, for the employees, and that's the need of the hour. The GDP growth is slowing down in most of the economies. So it's the worry, the same is the worry with the UAE. The non-oil sector has been built up slowly by the government and by the administration, and by the rulers, but still a lot needs to be done in that sector. De-dollarization is a worry, because we are pegged to a fixed dollar rate for the moment, but most of the markets are shifting from the dollar and finding their own currencies. That's why the leeway is not available. That's why you see the cryptocurrencies going up, because that's giving them a leeway to alternatively trade and also make payments. So there's a huge shift from the dollar, unlike the earlier markets. So everyone needs to, even the employment, education, should look at this, and the very high costs of education need to be cut down drastically, because the investment in education is no longer giving ROI to the parents and the students and the other stakeholders. So a lot of bad loans from the industry. So it's all coming to a crux where the jobs are available, but they are not for the people who are graduating, because they are not having the necessary skills and the competencies. So, and also the war, hostility, uncertainty is happening, like you have in Middle East, as well as the Russia-Ukraine war and the other fronts which are opening up slowly on a daily basis, especially the seaway parts. So you have the Somalia pirates problem, then you have the Houthi problems. So these are some of the um, what do you call discontent which is happening to the markets. So the study, the research study will aim at to investigate the the extent and impact of industrial involvement in the academic development landscape of the UAE. The study seeks to provide insights in the role of industrial participation in shaping educational outcomes and workforce readiness. So it comes from the basic backdrop which I built up. The involvement of the industry in the academic development of the UAE is very important, and the rulers and the administration are doing a lot in that direction. And that's the cornerstone of the country's strategy to foster innovation, drive economic growth, and ensure the relevance of its education system to the demands of the job market. The UAE government, recognizing the importance of collaboration between the academic and industry, has actively promoted partnerships and initiatives aimed at bridging the gap between the theory and practices. So most of the higher education, the government ones, especially the HCC, then you have the uh, universities, Dubai University, and so on. They're building up these bridges by having we connect with the uh, what do you call with the industry. So the industry people are invited to talk on different subjects at the college level, and there is an interaction going on. So which even the private sector, we at Wexport, we have this program called We Connect. We also have the Wexport mentorship programs, which is almost a necessity today in most of the universities in higher education. So these are some of the initiatives which I've done, but more need to be done. So research questions based on this has been developed. So what are the key collaborative initiatives and partnership models between the academic institutions and industrial stakeholders in the UAE? How does industrial involvement influence curriculum development processes, including content design, delivery methods, and industry integration? What impact does industrial participation have on skill development, employability outcomes, and graduate readiness for the workforce in the UAE? So basically, to answer these questions, we have built up the objectives of the research to identify and analyze collaborative initiatives and partnership models between the academic institutions and industrial stakeholders in the UAE, to examine the influence of industrial involvement on curriculum development processes and integration of industry relevant content into the educational programs, to assess the impact of industrial participation on skill development, employability, and graduate necessities for the readiness for the workforce in the UAE. So the industrial partnerships are pivotal, which I already explained to you earlier, in shaping the industrial involvement in the UAE academic development. So each and every institute to their best is collaborating with the industry to get on board a lot of interaction, and but still a lot needs to be done. So these collaborations between the academic institutions and business across various sectors drive joint research projects. So more need to be adopted. Internships are on the card, mentorship programs, facilitating collaboration, knowledge exchange, and mutual benefits is some of the areas where the universities and the industries can collaborate on each other. By pooling resources and expertise, industry partnerships drive collaborative research initiatives, generating new technologies and intellectual property for commercialization. So through internship and industry sponsored projects, students gain practical experience and build professional networks, increasing their readiness for the workplace. Moreover, industry partnerships facilitate the technological transfer and commercialization, accelerating the translation of research into marketable products and services. More so, very relevant with the emerging technologies growing up, and also the technologies in the future which are going to come. So this collaboration will help disseminate the technologies to the users. So based on this, we have used the multi-level theory and the technological enhancement theory to build up the conceptual model and the hypothesis formulation. So we see it as individual factors at the individual level, and then you have the organization level, national level, international level, and the technological factors all accumulating to integrate the UAE industrial academic platform and successful implementation of the same. So at individual factors, we need to look at uh, the employee and the user, the graduate mindset, attitude, adaptability, competency, education background, So this needs to be worked out slowly at the HE level so that you get a fine, good product for the industry ready to take on. Then you have the organization factors, organization culture, the top management support, the infrastructure, competitive advantage, resource allocation. So this is very important, the collaboration between the organization and the individual factors, because what happens, you see a lot of companies also in the current scenario, like offline, like Google, Microsoft, Apple. So basically, their content is they're paying very high for the skills these people had initially, and now they have become redundant or they're not any longer creative or innovative. So that's one of the major reasons which have come out. So how to sustain the innovation and creativity of the staff will largely depend on the culture you have in the organization. So if the organization is able to nurture such talent, then only it can happen. So that's the organization factors, then the national factors, what kind of policies the government are having, what kind of formal agreements they have, what are the government initiatives, what are the government support. All this will matter in building up a good interaction or collaboration between the industry and the academics. Then international factors, like for example, the government can have a policy where they can give tax breaks or a lot of funding for the academics if they are able to collaborate in the industry, or even the industry if they are able to accept a lot of academic activities and fund them. So this can be initiated by the government. So international factors, collaboration and partnerships across the various universities, various governments, various international bodies, professionals. Then standardized practices can be adopted. Then common accreditation programs so that there's equivalency at all levels. Then the SDG initiatives, then the student-centric systems, the vocational curriculum and RPL. So all these factors go into making a ready workforce for the industry. So I would also like to comment on like the blended learning, which is the new normal, should be included. So it's not that there's a taboo on the online courses. So that is no longer relevant these days, because if you're able to gain knowledge and the industry wisdom and the competencies online and offline or on site, it doesn't matter any longer. So it does appear like a lot of staff or a lot of people are working, and because as I said, the education is very expensive. So to sustain it, you need to give work, and if they are working, so obviously they can't be in the college or the campus throughout. So that model is actually need to be relooked. So you should allow online lessons, online classes, even online exams, and nothing wrong fundamentally, as long as the students pick up the competencies required from the industry. So technological factors, all this can be integrated only by technology and the platforms, and emerging technologies play a major part. So hypothesis is there's a significant relationship between the individual factors and the successful implementation of the industry academic platforms. Similarly, the organization factors are connected, and the national factors, the policy factors, and international factors, as I already explained, and technology plays a major role in integrating the UAE industrial academic platform. Okay, so basically, statistical analysis was done. So around 800 respondents were emailed and also spoken on the phone. So out of which 433 respondents have been responses has been registered using the Google form. So that's the demographic breakup of the responses across the income level, across the age, across the gender, across the education level and the profession, to remove any bias in the study. So the findings have been phenomenal. So we see that the reliable factors are quite high and as acceptable by the statistical uh, intelligence and the statistical analysis. So we call as the convex alpha. It's much over zero point 0.7 throughout, as can be seen in the table. So also the cross loadings have been put there. So you're looking also at the beta level, the beta, the T and the P factors. So which is the main thumb rule to show to comment on the correlation. So all original the coefficient beta values are well over 0.2, so shows good correlation between the constants. All the T levels or T values are well over 2.59, and all P values are well within 0.05. So which reflects high validity and reliability of the constants of the study. Also, the individual R squares are being explained. So you'll see the final is around 73.8% of the relationship can be easily explained by using this model. And those are the hypothesis connections. Okay, the direct and indirect hypothesis being discussed in the findings, and it's very clear that most of it is supported. We have the this Adenco SEM PLS has been used. So 3-star and the p values and beta values show that there's a high correlation, and all the hypotheses are well supported. So that shows the individual hypothesis which has been discussed, the direct ones and the uh, indirect ones are also discussed, but they are not of much relevance because direct hypotheses are well supported as per the statistical analysis. So that comes to the conclusion: the conceptual model is valid and reliable as per the quantitative statistical analysis. So relationship between the constants are valid and significant. The model can be used for further research studies. The managerial decision in education sector can be taken using this model. So added to the primary data availability, smart government initiatives, and it's a smart jump into the development of education and sustainability goals and meets the needs of the community and the society. The objective of the study has been met to suggest and confirm the relationship between the research focuses on specific industries, providing practical recommendations for practitioners in these sectors and identify crucial factors for industrial involvement in the UAE academic development. So we have used the multi-level integrated process theory to build up the conceptual model. And this study has made noteworthy contributions to the field by offering valuable insights into strategies, practices, and factors that can enhance the sustainability of higher education institutes in the UAE in collaboration with the workforce or the industry. So these are the references, some of them which have been shown there. And thank you very much. Open to questions.